Well, folks, welcome back, and 10 seconds in, it's a 1-0 hockey game. The NS Prospects get on the board first. I didn't even get settled into my seat yet. I'm sure you haven't either, and it's 1-0 Nova Scotia here. We have the 2007 division. The little fella's out for a little skate here in the big ice. We're going to have a penalty call, a hooking call. Drew Keever, number 87. Going to be credited with that goal. And the NS Prospects going to go on the power play here. Already up 1-0. Puck's airmailed out and back the other way. The Riptide, they have a chance for the break. Wilson's in all alone. Great save. Sam Oxner on the breakaway, keeping this a 1-goal lead for his team. Jacob Duffy, try and match him at the other end. Here come the Prospects back the other way. Number 99, Chandler. Gets stopped up. A lot of playful and fun numbers here on both sides, of course. 99, you got Cole Chandler, or maybe a little Wayne Gretzky there. Number 88, Kane Clark. Have to think that one's for Patrick Kane. Number 89, Colin Conrad. Maybe a Matt Duchesne speedster. Max Darcy, number 67. I don't know if he's a Pacioretty fan, a Max Pacioretty fan or not. And number 87, well, we all know Sid the Kid, especially here at Andrews Hockey. Drew Keever. It's 1-0 early on for the NS Prospects. They fire towards the net on the power play. Number 16. Gonna get that one, Matthew Walker, and just like that, it's 2-0. A big save at one end by Sam Oxner, and a goal at the other end. Puck floated around in the neutral zone, and here's number 13, Reed Richards, with that one. Richards walks in, fires one, bounces high and in front of Oxner, and he makes the save. Sam Oxner looks to be large and in charge here. The goal of the Acadia Axemen. Here come the Riptide back the other way. Number 19, Liam Arsenault's going to shift it in, and Oxner's going to stop that for his man, Foston. Foston's going to play it up the boards, and number 5, Jack Sangster, ran into the boards, didn't know where his tracking was as Oxner took a time to cover that one and play that one out. Puck comes out over the red line. Here's number 99. Quick shot, and he scores. Cole Chandler. And it's 3-0 for the NS Prospects. .905 left to go, and it's 3-0 for the NS Prospects in this one. Puck gets to the blue line, and that's all the way she goes. Back to get that one is Will Murphy. Here come the prospects again. Quick shot, and that one's wide of the net. Puck centered out and chipped in behind. Murphy's back to get that one and ships it off the wall over to number 14, Jeremy Gould. Gould can't beat his man. Puck comes to center ice. Cleared in by Sam Stewart. Here come the prospects. They're going to dump that one in and down into the corner. The Riptide skated out and get it to the red line, but no farther as it's cleared back in. And into the corner. And all the way over to the other side. Here comes number 7, Aiden Wilson. Wilson's going to try and shift it at the net, and Oxner kicks out the pad. Kicks that one into the corner. Really like the game I've seen out of Sam Oxner so far for the NS Prospects. Puck rattles around the blue line, and skating that one out is the Riptide's number 12, Josh Pridham. Pridham fires it at the net, and that one's just wide. Back to the point to Ostrich. Ostrich holds that one in and gets that one up to number 71. No, not Evgeny Malkin. It's Zachary Wheeler. Puck comes all the way out to the neutral zone, and here come the prospects, and the Riptide are going to go back to the penalty kill here on the tripping call coming to Pridham. The Riptide now going to try and get this penalty killed off. They're down 3-0. Puck center right out in the slot. Quick shot, good save there. Rebound in front. Shipped just wide. Great job there by Jacob Duffy to track it all the way. Puck comes out to the red line. And almost gone the other way was Ethan Main. But it's turned back the other way and dropped at the line and picked up by the prospects. Fired towards the net. And tipped to the corner. Hammered out front. Great play there by Murphy to stick that one away. And here comes Maine. Sorry, that's number 14. Jeremy Gould knocked out the puck. No call there. Here comes the prospects back the other way. Number 10, Ryan Walsh. Loses possession and 50 seconds remain on the kill here. And back the other way. Turned over. Here comes Wilson. Wide open. Quick shot off the side of the net. Oh, I thought that one was buried. He had number 99, Sam Stewart, all alone in front. McPhee plays that one all the way over to the other side. Puck's in the corner, and number 10, Anthony Hurley, gets that one all the way over to the other side. Here's Wheeler, 71 Wheeler. Ships it all the way over D to D, cross ice. And it's held in at the line, but the prospects are all over this puck. Ship back up, and number 16, Nate Ostrich is going to hammer it in, and back to get that one is Max Darcy. Like I mentioned, 67. I don't know if that has anything to do with Max Pacioretty, but let's hope that 67 plays a little better in the playoff rounds if this prospect team can make it. There's number 27 in behind the net, Clowater. Played out to the line. And back the other way come the Riptide, looking to dent the twine. And Darcy with a good defensive play there. Knock his man off the puck. Puck rattles around and comes back the other way. The prospects. The future stars of 10 years from now out here on the ice. That one's blowing down. Player down and injured on the ice. The Riptide with a man down as he makes his way back to his feet. Noonan, of course, a different rule of sorts in this tournament, but one you gotta like. You know, with these youngsters, they have to sit off for a full 15 minutes before they can regain their team in the bench. They'll get looked over here, and it'll be 15 minutes or so before he can return back. We'll see him probably in the third period, barring he's okay, but like that rule a little bit. Puck won by the prospects, and a little bit of Yarmer Yager-like skates there in the defenseman. Number 89, Cohen Clowater. He's got the black tux with the all-black skates. Quick shot. Duffy, that one beats him over the glove, and the prospects are up. A little bit of celebration there. These kids having fun with it. Here comes number 87. Quick shot. Good save there by Duffy to get the pads down and stop that one. That was number 87. Drew Keever doing his best impression of Sidney Crosby with that shot. Of course, Sid's hitting the golf course. I don't know if he'll elect to go to the World Championships or not, but if you're Canada, you'd have to like to see 87 in the lineup at the World Championships. I know every Canadian hockey fan liked when 87 was in the lineup in Vancouver in 2010. Puck's in behind the net and shifted back out to the point, and that's number 16, Matthew Walker. Can't keep that one in, but 4-0 lead here. Still 2 minutes to go in the first period. Here they come back the other way. Walker, quick shot. Good block in front there by number 11, McPhee. Here come the Riptide. Wilson. 2-on-0 back the other way. Wilson. He's in. And it's stopped and steered to the side.
You're trying to use that charger. Could I use it? Yeah, for sure. Just I'll leave my phone here. I'm just over on the
The phone charger up here in the broadcast booth seems to be something popular. It's hot commodity here, especially when you're at the rink all weekend long. Today in technology, it doesn't matter if you're 10 or if you're 45 or 67. It seems like you got to have a cell phone on you. Check your Twitter and Facebook, and well, we mentioned that. Make sure to follow us at PEI Oyster Cup. Tweet us using the hashtag Community1. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're watching or cheering for. And if you're on Facebook, make sure to check us out on the Andrews Facebook page. Includes player interviews and a ton of other content that our good friend James makes sure is uploaded regularly. Like us on Facebook, that's for sure. So first period gets ready to wind down here at the 2015 Eastside Mario's Oyster Cup. But it's not going to end. 10 seconds to go in the Riptide. One last attack, and Max Darcy knocks that one away, and that's going to spell the end of this first period. A 4-0 lead for the NS Prospects, the 2007 division over the PEI Riptide. Face-off win by Kiever. Little Crosby out there on the draw. And here they come back the other way. Number 19, Marmalak. Centered out front. And they score. Connor Malana. Nets that one, and it's 5-0. And here come the Prospects. They score 10 seconds into the first period and 10 seconds into the second period, and it's 5-0. There's Kiever in behind the net. Centers out front, can't get a stick on it. Out of the Prospects, comes back to the point. Number 89, the Black Tux, the little Yarmer Yager like Conrad. Can't get that one all the way through. Back to get that one is Rowell for the Riptide, with the Prospects hold that one in and shift it off and generate a shot at the net was Kiever. Puck bounces around down low. There's number 8. Malana, and here come the Riptide back the other way with numbers. Here's Wilson. He's in behind the D, in all alone, and a great save there by Sam Oxner. He's been answering every task that comes to his doorstep so far in this one. There's number 99, Chandler. Cole Chandler is in. Just going to fire that one towards the net, and it's stick to the corner by Jacob Duff. Quick shot. Oh, what a glove save. Oxner flashes the leather there on Zachary Wheeler. Oxner. I like the way this kid plays. Might have to put that one in a notepad and save it for a few years down the road. Puck hammered around the neutral zone, and here come the Riptide back the other way. Reed Richards knocked off that puck and chasing that one down. Ethan Main throws it to the net, and Oxner's there for that save. 9:33 to go in the second period. You're watching the 2015 Eastside Mario's Oyster Cup live on Bell Community 1. The leader in local sports entertainment here in the Maritimes. Of course, our great friends here from Universal Media here on Prince Edward Island. Carrying the broadcast here, doing great camera work, great audio. Hope I sound somewhat like a goddess on the microphone, and all the credit goes to the folks at Universal. And here come the prospects back the other way. Stick lift, great stick lift there by Murphy. Will Murphy lifted the stick of Luke Jardine. Puck hammered into the chest of Duff and covered up. Face off to the left of Duff here. 9 minutes to go here in the second period. Here come the prospects. They're in and shoveled into the corner. Number 8 has it behind the net. That's Milana. He's got a pair in this one. Puck comes out and turned back the other way by the Riptide. Darcy tries to hold that one in, and they're back the other way, but can't seem to thread the needle with that pass. Here comes the prospects back up over the line, and that one's going to be called on the outside. Great play there by Maine. He's in. Quick shot, and Oxford's there. The rebound blocked away by the defender. Another chance. Can't get a shot away. Good shot blocked there by Luke Jardine. Puck comes out, and the prospects are back the other way. Here they are. 2-on-0. Quick shot. Great save, Duff, and he covers up the rebound. Marmaluk was in all alone, and Jacob Duff was there for the big save to keep this 5-0. Face off to the left of Duff here. One ahead by number 87, Keever, and work back to the point. Thrown in front. 3-on-1 attempt down low and rolls off the stick. And centered out, and the Riptide are coming back the other way. Here comes number 14, Jeremy Gould. He's in around a couple, and he's beating his man wide. Takes it. Quick shot off the side of the net. Shot blocked in front. This Prospects team from Nova Scotia doing a great job of limiting chances on Oxford. But he's been good. Oxner, sorry, nonetheless. Here he is again with a few quick saves. We're going to see an offside call here. Melee inside the blue line. 6:36 to go in the second period. Going down again on the offside. 6:12 to go. 5-0 hockey game for the NS Prospects. Of course, Sam Oxner in the pipe for the red and black NS Prospects has been lights out in this one. Face-off won by the Riptide and shoveled back in by the Prospects down low. Picking that one up is McPhee. McPhee's going to skate it up to the half wall and dish that one off to Zachary Wheeler. Wheeler's up the left side, number 71. Gets in over the line, but no further. So puck is stopped and bashed around on the boards. Here come the Riptide. Calling for it, Wilson, he's in. Quick shot, oh, what a nice goal by Wilson in tight to bury that one past Sam Oxter and end the shutout bid. Great shot there from Aiden Wilson in tight to bury it underneath the bar, and it's 5-1. Here come the Riptide back again right away on the attack. Main's in. Shovels it towards the net. Knocked off the puck. Does a little bit of a somersault. Looks for a penalty. Not going to get one. It's 5-1 with 5:26 to go. And we're going to get a penalty call now on that one. And Riptide are going to go to the power play. They try and get the legs moving. Murphy's going to try and feather it through. Great shot block and tries to hammer that one back in and gets it right on the stick of a teammate who's knocked off the puck as this battle ensues on the boards inside the red line. Closest to your viewing point. Murphy. Back to the point. Not out. Here goes number 10 chasing that puck down. Ryan Walsh tries to get one through. Number 8 now. Connor Milana. As the Prospects keep generating chances here. Short-handed. Shot in tight from Walsh. Tipped aside by Duff. Back to the point. It comes again. They look to hammer it through and it's blocked away. And the Riptide try and break the back the other way. Here's Richards. He's knocked off the puck. And we're going to see a 5-on-3 opportunity here for the PEI Riptide with 4:27 to go in the second period. 5-on-3 for 40 seconds here, and the prospects seem to be generating most of the play here. The Riptide with 1 goal in this period that ends the shutout bid of Sam Oxner. And here come the Riptide. They can't get that pass seam to seam, and now it's turned back over, and here they come the other way. The Riptide throw one at the net, and Oxner easily tips that one off to the corner. The prospects get that one out, and back to 5-on-4 hockey now. And here they come. They got the prospects on a change, and here they come. Offside, though, going to be called is number 16. Nate Ostrich offside by 2 or 3 strides. It was a 5-on-0 for the Riptide. .3:12 to go in the second period. 5-1 NS Prospects lead over the PEI Riptide in the 2007 division here at the 2015 Eastside Mario's Oyster Cup. If you're on Twitter, remind you to give us a follow at PEI Oyster Cup. Tweet us using hashtag Community1. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're watching, what team you might be cheering for here. Puck hammered in, and that's pretty much going to spell the end of this power play here for the Riptide. A 5-on-3 opportunity. They had a 5-on-0 at one point, and just a stride offside. What a chance that would have been to cut this lead back to 3, and Riptide try and get things back going here with 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Wheeler fires that at the net, and it's gloved in by Oxner. And he'll take that for the whistle. Face off to the right of Oxner with 2 minutes left to go in the second period. Here come the prospects as they look to dent the twine once more. Back up the ice they come. Nice little give and go play. Driving to the net there is number 22, Grant Sexton. So they try and get it cleared out the Riptide, and it's held in at the line, and Sexton battles for that puck along the bottom wall, and it's centered out into the slot and just off the stick of number 99, Cole Chandler. Back the other way come the Riptide. Here comes Reed Richards. Stops up. Nice little play. Tries to dish it off, and that pass is intercepted. 1:28 to go here in the second period. Here comes Anthony. No, sorry, that's Ryan Walsh. Just tries to throw it at the net, and puck mashed around in behind, and here come the Riptide back the other way. Center to the middle of number 13, Reed Richards again. He's up the right side, and great back check there from Cole Chandler to lift that puck off his stick with 1 minute remaining in the second period. Here's Chandler, a quick little move at the line, 3-on-2. Chandler, quick shot blocked away there by McPhee. Another good shot block from McPhee. Here come the Riptide back the other way. Stopped up at the line and hammered on over, but it's going to get cleared out now by the Riptide, and they're going to come back the other way with 30 seconds to go. There's Heron. As they collide at the blue line, Heron and Sam Stewart, but both players back to their feet quickly. 20 seconds to go here in this second period. An uneventful second if you're tuned in with us. But, of course, the third period, 15-minute long period of hockey action. As it's jammed along, and that's going to spell the end of the second. The 2007 Division NS Prospects go into the break with a 5-1 lead over the PEI Riptide here on Eastside Mario's 2015 Oyster Cup, live on Bell Community 1. Will return in the third period after a quick flood. Welcome back to the 2015 Eastside Mario's Oyster Cup live on Bell Community 1. The 2007 division on hand here. The PEI Riptide, the hometown team, taking on the Nova Scotia Prospects. The Prospects leading 5-1, and they have an opportunity here to add to that lead. Nice pass out front, trickles through the legs. Joined by James Donovan in the booth here. He's going to hop on the mic, give us a little insight, and tell us a little bit about what he does for Andrews hockey in the Maritimes. James, great to have you here. You want to just talk maybe a little bit about your role with the hockey program here?
Thanks for having me, Bo. It's a real honor. I work with Andrews and East Coast Ice, and we're working on the social media, getting the name out there. So we're going around doing some player interviews after the game, filming some clips for Vine, tweeting the scores live for Twitter for the weekends that we don't have the live feed going. Just trying to have a lot of fun with it. We know the kids and parents enjoy it, so it makes it all worth it.
And where can people find these videos on Twitter and Facebook? They're of course on the Andrews page and updated regularly, but I hear we're getting some very good viewership in some of the videos on Facebook this weekend.
Yeah, like you said, you can find the videos on the Andrews Hockey Facebook page. So just go on Facebook, like that page, and you won't miss a beat. Same with Twitter. You follow us on Twitter, you'll get all the scores updated. It's really good stuff. Great content. So
this day and age, I mean, even as youngsters ourselves, social media has kind of been a big aspect, and you see a lot of parents getting involved on social media. But just kind of, what kind of growth has it given to the game of hockey? You talk about even stories. I seen the story of the fist bumper shared all over my Facebook page from Boston there. Just what does it add to the game of hockey?
Well, I mean, you can't go too far without walking to see someone who doesn't have a phone in their hand, and that's how I get all my news. Most of it comes from Twitter, especially in the hockey world. Following the playoffs, if you can't watch a game, you'll know what the score is by looking at Twitter. So it's great for live news and staying up to date with what's going on, current events. You've
been here all weekend. You've seen some great hockey. Maybe talk a little bit about what we've seen so far at this Oyster Cup.
Well, coming from New Brunswick to PEI, I would have to say the Riptide would be a good team to talk about.
Yeah, we see Aiden Wilson bury one and move his team one step closer here. 5-2 hockey game now, and the Riptide start to inch back. You talked about the PEI Riptide. Maybe just we see them out here on the ice. The 07 team. Talk maybe a little bit about that program out of Andrews hockey. I mean, they've brought up a lot of great hockey players in this program.
Oh, they certainly have, and watching them all weekend, they play a pretty consistent style. So I think the coaches are all on board with what they want to do as the players grow up, and it's real evident in their play.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed with a lot of these Riptide teams is the coaching staffs, right down from Doug Shepard, Brad McKenzie coaching this 07 team, Joshua Andrews, of course, himself, even Allen still on the bench. You get guys like that teaching these kids how to play hockey. It's special. And, I mean, development is big, but you never know where some of these kids playing in this Oyster Cup are going to get someday. I know, and as a former Riptide guy and, growing up, guys like Drew McIntyre and Nathan McKeever, who you still see playing pro hockey, they were your first ever heroes. So, to have these guys coaching, it's a big deal here in PEI for Andrews hockey.
Oh, for sure. It's going to be fun to look back here in 5-10 years and look back at the rosters and see where some of these kids end up. Yeah,
for sure. I still do it myself. You look at guys, 20-year-olds year this year in Major Junior and Junior A. You get guys like Ryan McKinnon and Steven Anderson, of course, both committed to the University of Prince Edward Island. Ross Johnson, another guy that kind of came up late through this program. Brett Bove playing in the NCAA. That's just guys my age. You get Darcy Ashley and Brent Andrews. I mean, the list goes on, and the Prospects score a cheesy one from the side of the net there. Number 10, Ryan Walsh, just threw that one on goal and ends up going in at 6-2 now.
Oh, it's been a been a fantastic weekend for hockey. There's certainly lots of skill out there on the ice, and I know as the elimination games come around, it's gonna be some fun stuff to watch.
Yeah, and we talk about that. We'll have 2 quarterfinal games here on Bell Community 1 from McLaughlin A. We have the first game, the 03 quarterfinal decided. The Junior Cats will play Newbridge Academy, and that should set up for a great game. And then, of course, on the other side and also on the live stream, 6:30, the 2005 quarterfinal between the PEI Riptide and Newbridge Academy as well. And 7:45, you'll tune into the 2003's NS Stars versus the Griffins. So things are starting to get settled away here for Championship Sunday at the Oyster Cup. Any teams that you really like to watch, you've been watching all weekend long, that kind of stick out in your mind as a fun team to watch play? I know the Acadia Selects we've seen in the last game come to mind when I think of a team that I really like to watch.
There's a couple teams that stand out. The V-Reds, the 05 V-Reds, they've had a strong weekend so far. The 02 Riptide, they're another strong team to look out for in the medal round.
And the 2003 Riptide's also got a buy-in through, so you have to think that they might be a team to watch as well.
Oh, it's going to be interesting. Everyone's going to stay on their toes.
Have a player injured back to his feet here, and I think that's going to spell the end of his game. I believe the rule 15 minutes he must sit off, so with 9:19 to go in the third period, that'll spell the end of his game, but I'm sure he'll be back to finish up the rest of this tournament.
Well, you got me here on the mic. I'd just like to shout out to Bell and Universal Media for the great live coverage they're providing, and encourage all viewers and fans to follow us on Twitter at PEI Oyster Cup, to tweet using hashtag Community1 and let us know who you're cheering for and where you're watching from.
Yeah, you talk about the Twitter world. I mean, you can reach right out to us, and of course our friends from Bell Community 1 and Universal Media doing a great job here this weekend, also covering the Don Johnson Junior B Atlantics in Evangeline, also on Prince Edward Island. It's a big weekend for hockey. Hard to believe when you're approaching the 1st of May how much is going on here in PEI. You know, you get the provincial election here next week. A week from Monday, you get Atlantics, you get the Oyster Cup, of course. I mean, a lot of busy times for all Islanders. And, of course, the NHL playoffs underway and the NBA playoffs. Understand you're a big Ottawa Senators fan.
There is some truth behind that statement.
You've been pretty excited with the performance that your team put on last night. And, you know, while we're on that topic, Dave Cameron, a good Islander, and, you know, you have to think that he has to be in consideration for one of the better coaches in the NHL. I can tell you this much. The media absolutely love him as the puck jams around, and Duff is quick to cover that one up. But just an unbelievable story there at Ottawa. And, of course, hockey's filled with all those great stories nowadays. And your job, social media, seems to bring out the best of those stories.
Oh, for sure. I mean, let's just look at the Hamburglar. Andrew Hammond came in to a struggling team that pretty much needed to win every single game in the remaining 30 games of the season. And he took their 2% chance of making the playoffs and made it a reality. So
yeah, he really grabbed the bull by the horns, as some Islanders would quote. Just a great story altogether, and you get a ton of those in the NHL. You know, we talk about the Butterfly Child. I think it's up over 5 million views or something like that on YouTube. So Riptide with a quick shot, and that one stopped by Sam Oxner. We talked about looking back in 5 or 10 years at some of these kids, and Sam Oxner sure comes to mind for me. He's been great in the net here for the Nova Scotia Prospects, made some big saves.
Oh, he's a veteran that knows how to splash around in the blue paint for sure.
Somewhat like myself back in the day, James.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing around the rink. That's the buzz. Bobo, what do you know?
Exactly. Bo knows, or Bobo, what do you know? You can hashtag that too if you're tweeting at the PEI Oyster Cup. Seeing a lot of high scoring affairs here today. as the Riptide with a chance in on a breakaway. Nice little move there by number 8, Alex Cadet, and he beats Sam Oxner, and it's 6-3 with 7:21. We got a little bit of a game on our hands here now, James.
You know, hands like that, you think he's done that before.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a lot of highlight reel plays here and highlight reel saves, goals, hits, you name it. The only thing we haven't seen yet is the gloves come off. Let's just hope with these young fellas they kind of stay on, or we'll really have a viral video on our hands.
Oh, we will. And some upset parents.
Here come the Riptide back the other way. A little momentum in their stride as they get over the line and can't get a shot away. That's number 13, Reed Richards. You want to try your hand in a little play-by-play here?
No, you're doing a pretty awesome job.
The semi-pro
job right now. I'm still just trying to get my toes wet behind the mic.
See, us Islanders, we love to talk, eh? So we're not shy when a microphone gets put in front of us. As a Riptide back with another chance. Can't thread the needle with that pass. Puck goes into the corner. If you're Brad McKenzie, you'd have to like to get one here and get a 2-goal lead restored and try and fight your way back into this one.
Just like to give a shout out to Racing Yoga Girl, who's watching the live stream from Texas, cheering on Jude Heron. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, racing Yoga Girl. I don't know what kind of race. I race horses myself. I don't know if down the line somewhere maybe it's stock cars. I'm not quite sure, but great to have everybody joining in the Twitter world, giving us shout outs all weekend long.
Pretty fantastic stuff. We've had people from across Atlantic Canada all the way out west. We've even had someone tune in from Mexico today, so getting a lot of viewership from around North America.
I can tell you one thing. If I was in Mexico, I don't know how worried I'd be about watching the Oyster Cup after the winter we've put in here in the Maritimes. I think I'd be out enjoying the sunshine and maybe a pina colada while I'm there. But 5:40 here to go in this game, and up next, of course, we have the 2007 St. FX X-Men against the Western Coyotes. Still got a game at hand here. 6-3 is the Riptide try and claw back into this one. Or bite their way back into this one, I guess. Victoria is also tuned in from Texas. And we're going to have a delayed penalty as they drive to the net. And they score. Connor Molina buries that one over the blocker of Duff, and it's 7-3.
Jude Heron with a lot of Texas fans. What do you think the story behind that is?
I have no idea, but if it's the same, I'm not sure if it's the same young fellow that I think it is, but I think that might be a little bit of a relation. Of course, UPEI Panthers coach Forrest McPherson spent some time down in Texas, and I believe it might be a buddy of his young fellow on this team who has moved to Prince Edward Island. I'm going out on a limb there and hoping the Twitterverse maybe get back to me and say, yeah, geez, you're right. So we'll shoot for the stars on that one.
Hear that, fans? We need an answer. So if you have the answer to that limb that Bo just went out on,
I took a pretty good shot in the dark last night too with a Cleary from the Blizzard Dogs team, running if he was a relation to Dan Cleary, and of course it was his nephew. So you got hockey connections all over the world here in this tournament.
Oh, it's pretty great stuff. Fans are buying a full ticket for a seat, but from what I've seen, most of them are only using the edge of it.
Yeah, we get some fans that can get into it. I'm just excited for Sunday to get the atmosphere rolling in McLaughlin Arena. It's been a long time coming since this building was rocking. It was the playoffs, of course, for the University of Prince Edward Island Panthers. They had one game here, and that spelled the end of their season, but be good to have a strong crowd here again.
This just in.
Jude is from Texas. That's the right story. They were friends with Forbes McPherson, of course, and I thought I played a good hunch there, and glad I followed through on that. As I said last night in the mic, I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again. Just ask any girl I've ever dated or will date in the future. So it's good to have a few things go right here in the broadcast booth this weekend.
Well, I know you win some, you lose some.
Of course, Forby McPherson, head coach UPEI Panthers, spent a number of years as a player and coach playing professionally, graduate out of the UNB varsity Reds ranks as well, former UPEI Panther in his own right. Kind of becoming a new thing, James, where kids are starting to go to school at a junior hockey, get their education, and if they so do feel the need, they turn into pro hockey players after that. And I think that's a big thing that should be pressured onto these kids, you know. The East Coast League, it's a great league, and I'm not going to start taking knocks at it, but I think if your young fella has a chance to get an education, get a 4-year degree that's fully paid for, it's probably a good opportunity.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Hockey careers now are getting shorter and shorter due to injury, and having an education in your back pocket never hurts. So I might definitely take the advantage.
I might be a little biased there at the university ranks, but you know, it's one of those things. I look at some guys that have came up through the UPEI ranks. Of course, Brad McKenzie, the coach of the 2007 PEI Riptide, was on that staff this year. Look at guys by the name of Reggie Tricito, who is still with the Toronto Marlies after graduating this year of the American Hockey League, and Chris D'Souza spent some time in Rockford after graduating this year as well.
I'm not going to lie, I was reading a tweet that came in, so a lot of that fell on deaf ears.
Cracking you up, Victoria. Well, I'd love to have my own show, and I'll tell you what, if you think I'm comical, you got to start tuning into the UPEI broadcast, because the head honcho there, Denny King's got a lot of one-liners that probably trump some of mine as well. Hey, if you want to come to PEI, we may even be able to squeeze you in some tickets. 1:42 left to go in the third period. 7-3 hockey game here for the NS Prospects in the 2007 division at the 2015 Eastside Mario's Oyster Cup, live on Bell Community 1. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be. Whether it's Texas or Mexico or downtown Montague here in Prince Edward Island, thanks for tuning in. Of course, up next we have another 2007 St. FX and the Western Coyotes. 1:23 left to go in a 7-3 hockey game. Puck nailed on out, and here come the Prospects with a late opportunity in this one. Centered out front. Picked off by the Riptide and turned back the other way. Here comes number 71, Zachary Wheeler. Wheeler tried to fire that one towards the net. Nothing there. Shot back on. Chipped in front and they score! The Riptide nail one. 50 seconds left in the game. Looks like number 7, Aiden Wilson's going to get credited with another one here. Maybe too little, too late here, though, James.
It's tough to say. 50 seconds, 3 goals. We've seen it been done before. Just will it happen again?
Just depends how good this Brad McKenzie is behind the bench, I think.
Yeah, it would come down to that.
Here they come back the other way. The Riptide, a little jump in their stride. And that one's offside with 39 seconds left to go.
There's no lead safe in hockey, and that is being proven right now.
It's been proven lots before as well. Riptide control that one, and puck bounces around the neutral zone, comes back into the zone of the PEI Riptide as they try and airmail it out and add another one. I mean, goals for and goals against are still big in this one, so, you know, it doesn't matter if it's 7-5 or 7-6. You'll take the -1 or 2 instead of a -3 in this one.
No, yeah, you'll take what you can get here, and I've been buzzing around the scoreboard all day, keeping that up to date, and I know there's a lot of curious parents who keep checking in on that. So certainly, doesn't look like they're going to get another one here, but a valiant effort by the Riptide.
If you're looking for a crowd here at McLaughlin Arena and you're not in the rink, you just go stand out there by the scoreboard. You'll find 15 or 20 parents huddled around. So this one's going to end 7-4 for the NS Prospects over the PEI Riptide in the 2007 division. Stay tuned for the Chucky Sports Excellence Player of the Game momentarily. Player of the game, Chucky's Sports Excellent Player of the Game, Aiden Wilson, as the Riptide team greets their Player of the Game. And from the other side of things, for the NS Prospects Player of the Game, Sam Oxner. He was stellar in this one. Good to see him rewarded for that play. And of course, we'll be back momentarily for the 2007 division, St. FX X-Men against the Western Coyotes. And you don't want to miss the latter two games of today's action. Of course, quarterfinal divisions 2003 and 2002 on the line.